Hi folks, this is a quick tutorial on how to format page numbers in your formal report. It's a step-by-step process and it's quite easy, but what we're going to do is separate your document into 3 sections by inserting breaks. Then we're going to unlink those sections and we're going to add the page numbers. And as you know, in your formal report, you're going to need to use different types of page numbers, such as Arabic and Roman numerals. And again, this will give you a step-by-step instruction on how to do that. So let's get started. Here I have a sample report. As you can see, just like yours, on page 1 I'll have my letter of transmittal. On page 2 I'll have my cover page. On page 3 I'll have my table of contents. And then on the following pages 4, 5, and 6 I have my report body where the content of my report will go. And the first thing we want to do is we want to separate these into sections based on the type of page numbers that they'll need. So as you saw in these samples, your letter of transmittal and your cover page do not have any page numbers on them, so they are going to make up our section 1. The table of contents is going to be our section 2, and that's because the table of contents will take Roman numerals only because it's front matter. So sometimes in a report you may have more front matter, such as an abstract or other things, but for our purposes you have one table of contents, that's your only front matter, and that's the only item in section 2. And then section 3 is the entire body of your report. And I'm just going to make those yellow. And the body of your report is going to take Arabic numerals. So here we have a different kind of page numbering that we need to do. So now that we've separated our content into 3 sections, now we want to apply the sections in Microsoft Word. So what I'll do is I'll simply click next to Table of Contents. This is going to be the very top left of my page, and this is going to be the top left of section 2. I'm going to go to Page Layout, Breaks, and then Continuous. And when I click on this, you're not going to notice any visual difference, but I will show you how to check this in just a minute. So very similarly, I want to separate the 3rd section. So I'm going to place my cursor at the very top of the 3rd section, go to Page Layout, Breaks, and Continuous. Again, no visual change. But when I double-click to open the header and footer, you can now see that Word has correctly labeled sections 1, 2, and 3. Here on Letter of Transmittal and Cover Page, I have my section 1 labels. Table of Contents is my section 2, and then the report is correctly labeled section 3. And so now this is going to allow us to separate the sections to add separate page numbers. So on the table of contents, what I want to do is I want to add my Roman numerals. Again, on the letter of transmittal and cover page, no page numbers, so we don't need to worry about those pages at all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to unlink section 2 from section 1, and I know that they're linked because here on the top, the Same as Previous tab tells me that the header is the same as section 1. Okay, so I'm going to click Link to Previous, and I'm just placing, what I just did was I unlinked the footer. Now if I place my cursor in the header, I'll click Link to Previous, and you'll see that that tab now disappears. This means that section 2 the header is no longer linked to the header of section 1. I'm going to do the same thing down for the body of the report. As you can see, Same as Previous means that this is linked to the previous section. I want to unlink them so I can apply different page numbers. Now, you can unlink both the header and the footer. It really doesn't matter. All you need to do is unlink the section that, or the part that you're going to be placing your page number in. So if you want your page numbers in the header, you just need to unlink the headers. If you want to place your page number in the footer, just unlink the footers. If you do both, it's not going to hurt the document either way. I'm going to place my page numbers in the headers. So again, I'm going to click Link to Previous. And now as you can see, the sections, section 3, it's no longer linked. So now I'm all set to add my page numbers to the different sections. We're going to skip over Letter of Transmittal and Cover Page. Again, no page numbers there. Table of Contents, I'm going to place my cursor up in the header of section 2, which is Table of Contents. I'm going to go to Page Layout. Sorry, I'm going to go to Insert. And then I'm going to insert page numbers. So here I go to page number, format page number, and I want to make sure that these are in Roman numerals because this is front matter. So I'll click on Roman numerals, and I want to start at 1, and I'll click OK. Now I'll go to page number, and I want top of page, and I want mine to be right justified. So I'll click on the plain number 3 model, and I'm going to scroll into page 3 here. You can see at the top I now have my Roman numeral 1 on the table of contents, and that has correctly labeled my front matter. Now I want to add my page numbers to the body of the report. So I'm going to just scroll back out so you can see a little bit better. Again, I'll place my cursor at the top in the header. I'm going to go to Insert, Page Number. Now I want to shift over to Arabic numbers, so I don't want Roman numerals anymore. I'm going to format my page numbers. Here I see that I have my Arabic numerals already selected. I want to start at number 1. I'm going to click OK. Now I'm going to insert the page number. Again, I want it at the top of the page, and I'm selecting style number 3 so that it is right justified. And again, I'm going to scroll in here for just a minute, and you'll see that the page numbers are correctly pages 1, 2, and 3 on the body of the report. So now if I scroll out one last time, we can take a look at the full report. We'll see that again on the letter of transmittal and cover page, there are no page numbers listed. I have table of contents as the correct Roman numeral 1, and the body of my report correctly has the Arabic numbers 1, 2, 3, etc.